So it's been a while since we played this game.
Yeah, so long.
It's been a really, really, really long time.
It's been like more than 6 months, almost a year.
Yeah,
because we started the recording like before the New Year's, and now it's almost the New Year's again.
Oh Jesus! No, we didn't start it before. We started in like February. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
We might have started it before.
Yeah, because
irrelevant.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. What does matter is it's been a while since we finished this game, and I've actually gone through and I've played through the entire game to get to the ending at this point.
And if I recall correctly, you went through and you got through most of the ending, or most of like the trees, right? Before?
Oh, yeah. So I did actually go through and I played it properly.
Yeah.
And funny you mentioned that. The way that this game works is we got the, not necessarily canon ending, but the ending that you're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Now there is a secondary, ending.
Yeah.
And the way that it works is you have to satisfy everyone. So
Okay.
what that means is the game literally requires you to save scum in order to get the real ending.
Oh, okay.
It's required.
Oh, so you have to play to a certain point, go back, and then replay the game with different people?
Exactly, kind of. The way that it works is you remember when we watched through the outro credits for the game, and there were all the events that we had gotten were in color, and the ones that we hadn't were in black and white. The way that you get the proper ending is by getting all of those events.
So you unlock them before you get to the end game stuff.
You unlock them before you get to the point where you can no longer get to them.
Okay.
So what that means is you literally have to save scum them. So you have to go through and go through each character's tree in order to get their image. So you have to save scum the game in order to get all of these images. And the way that I did it is I started by going for Yuri first, Natsuki second, and Sayori third. And the reason that I did this is because Yuri and Natsuki's their tracks are, they are what they are. But Sayori's is the only one that only has 2 images before the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She goes through and she has the event where you're buttoning up her shirt, and then she has the one where you go into the closet to get the crayons.
Yeah.
And her third event is after you spent the weekend with someone that's not her. And that's at a particular junction where you either get to tell her that she'll always be your dearest friend, or that you love her. So the reason that I played Sayori last is because I feel dishonest playing for Yuri or Natsuki and then telling Sayori that you love her.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went through and did all of that, and then you get to actually play through the rest of the game, and that's where shit actually starts.
Yeah, so I think, it gets real weird real quick.
Yeah, so there's that one inciting incident, the one horrible thing that happens that changes everything. And then what you have to do is you just have to play through the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what you do after that. It doesn't matter who you go for, at what point.
Yeah.
But an important note is that when we played through the second half of the game, the first time, we just went whole hog on Yuri because you're like, well, we're gonna go Yuri because that's true to
at that point we already
before.
committed.
Yeah, we committed to it. But what I think you're supposed to do, according to the game, is you're supposed to go for Natsuki first. So the reason that I say this, that you're supposed to go through Natsuki first, is because of this event right here. After this event, it kind of railroads you to Yuri. And when we played through the first time, we had the repeating event with Yuri where it's the deja vu. And if you go Natsuki, you get this event instead of getting Yuri's event twice.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I suspect that that's the way that it is. So by this point, we've kind of gone through and played through the entire game. And that brings us to the ending that we have here.
It's an ordinary school day, like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to the school together. I always tell myself it's time I meet some girls or something like that.
Hey, boy toy. Holy shit, I did not count how that would sound.
I know, right?
From Sayori's voice. Hey, boy toy, how you doing? How you doing?
So I was thinking about it. Now that we're technically playing a different character, I could totally voice.
Oh yeah, you can voice it however you want.
Yes,
don't do Blanky's voice.
Oh, thank God. Blanky's voice is so bad for my throat.
Oh, that was an awful decision. I should have just named it Blanky. All right, anyways, continue.
Well, there's already this one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently, we picked up that habit once again.
Boy toy, are you proud of me?
Now I'm thinking about the voice. Like
just do. It doesn't matter.
the regular voice, right?
Yeah.
What's that for?
For what? You know, for waking up on time.
Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Hold on, maybe I should go deeper. Should go deeper.
He's in high school.
No, maybe like I've met guys in high school that have that deep voice.
You're not playing an orc.
Nah, he's gonna be talking like this, just so gruff. Or no, I can give him Brian's voice, just the really bassy.
Why don't Alan? You go for deep voices a lot. Why don't you go try doing something else?
Okay, let's do higher then.
But you never even said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day.
Well, yeah. I always thought it would be implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud.
Come on, please. It's good motivation.
Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori.
I broke it. I'm sorry. I fixed it.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, I'm not going to say that name. Have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already. I'm really not. I started to say that what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me that Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's started a club of her very own? Well, actually, yeah. I think I decided on a club.
Really? Which one? Tell me!
I think I'll keep that a surprise.
Ooh, you meanie.
Be patient. You'll find out as soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in my own way, I envy her. Realizing in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gather my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for
third-year activities,
for other activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello?
Ah! Boy toy? That's awful.
The biggest thing is gotta be straight face when you deliver.
What are you doing here?
Well, I glance around the room.
Huh. So you're the boy toy that Sayori's always talking about. Why does it have to put the? Alright, let's try this again. So you're the boy toy that Sayori's always talking about. Oh wait, which one do we want to do? Do we want to do the shy one, the shy one, or should we go like back to sexy area?
I think it would go full circle. It'll be fun.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Oh wait,
that's not
I don't know
ski,
who that. Okay.
That one's not ski.
It's a pleasure to meet you, boy toy. We're the Literature Club. Oh wait, no, this is Yuri. Wait, what? Because she's talking now.
Oh, I think you're right.
I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki.
The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you.
Working? Boy toy, don't tell me.
That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up.
I like the voice that you're doing for him now, because it feels similar to the original Blanky, but it's not like off.
Yeah, it's not breaking. I will say, a year of like voice acting practice has helped me so much.
No way! No way! Ah!
Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
Well, if Sayori's this happy, I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around.
Not to mention there's 4 of us now, perfect for foursomes. That means we can become an officially recognized club.
What now? Wait, go back again?
What?
No, I was in character.
Oh. What, did I say something weird? Do you not like foursomes?
I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate.
What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? I brought all of my ropes.
Yeah, after all, Natsuki decided to. Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay?
Ugh, I can't do her voice right now.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble with it. Like, bouncing between Natsuki and Sayori is hard.
Yeah, and also the fact that there's 3 of them, and you're actually going through them quite fast.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I gotta do better.
I know.
How about I make some tea as well? Oh, it like glitched out for a second
I
there
know.
too.
It gave me flashbacks. I'm just like, no! This is a good ending. Stop. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
That was an awful version. Whatever.
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I'm sorry.
Why'd you have so much trouble with that
it's because the thing's tilted and it's like turned. So if it was like this, it'd be fine.
Okay, but now I can't see it.
See, that's what I mean. I'm like have my head turned all weird. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
It's so cute!
Wow, those look amazing.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayuri grabs the first one, then I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This tastes very good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down to the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission, along with our other extracurricular activities.
Nope. That was just a gulp. Don't worry. Go on.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Yeah. I guess.
Already trying to impress a new member, Yuri. I thought we decided that the BDSM stuff was only for me.
That's not. I wasn't hitting on him.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know, the rope stuff.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, boy toy, what kinds of things do you like to read? I really hope it's mostly a really good doujinshi.
I don't know what that is, lady, but...
Lady?
Well,
Please don't be so formal. Others have to call me mistress. You can just call me ma'am.
Okay. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I guess. That counts, right? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying?
Sorry.
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
Sensually, don't forget, sensually.
Yuri traces the rim of her I got this, hold on. Yuri sensually traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive, especially if you can get a good balance between that fantasy and,
Fantasy? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to be so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But I like a lot of things, like rope. Don't be intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, Yuri. Well, you know about the first thing he said.
Manga?
That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room.
Don't just say it.
For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it.
Oh, don't worry, it's not the erotic kind.
Besides, manga's literature too, So, if Boy Toy wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Boy Toy? Alan, you're just like,
no,
why are you like this?
I wasn't gonna react, but you looked at me, and then I'm like, oh, she wants a reaction, and then I did that. Made my eyes bug out a little. For those of you listening at home.
Maybe.
Sensing the tension, Sayuri jumps in.
Maybe we can all try something new. It could be fun. And we all get to know each other a little bit better too.
Hold up.
I mean,
what?
Nothing. For some reason, I'm still thinking in character and being like, wait, what do you mean by that? This lady's being weird. She was talking about foursomes earlier.
We'll get to know each other a little bit more intimately, That's the kind of thing the literature clubs do, right?
Just sexy silence.
I don't disagree or anything.
Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh?
Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one.
Then as for Yuri...
I have to read manga. At least let it be arrow manga.
That's the best kind.
You were the one who suggested we diversify. Maybe you should be a little bit more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful.
Hurtful? I didn't realize. The only times I want to hurt you is when you want it.
With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself.
I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature.
Are you just saying that?
No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well.
Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you really like, okay?
Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting.
Just you?
Would you like to come along with me?
If you don't mind.
That's why people are like, they're
I
lesbians.
know, but like, this is something new to me, and I'm like, wait.
Lesbians.
It's so perfect.
I know.
Yeah, continue.
Not at all. I always go alone, so.
Yeah, me too. This is so cute.
Right, Sayuri? Sayuri? Shut up.
I'll show you some manga there too, okay?
Yes, I look forward to it.
Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food.
I'm pretty sure in the original we did a bit on that where we continuously had like a commentary between Sayori and Blanky about how cute it was and how she shipped them.
Uh,
I guess the meeting's over, huh?
yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along.
Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, boy toy.
You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori.
Aw, boy toy, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing.
Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me that you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine.
We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey, boy toy. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, boy toy? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know. After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm gonna miss you. Come visit me sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you.
So, like, the dialogue change at the end,
Yeah.
it feels more direct. I'd have to go. I haven't gone back and listened to the one we did, but like, yeah, I think you should take the lead on like describing what the major differences was. The one I saw was Natsuki and Yuri going to the store together.
No, that's still a continuous difference between them. That's still a thing. That's the exact same thing where that happens regardless when Sayori becomes president. The difference is that Sayori goes like mad with power again.
Okay.
Versus in this one, she recognizes what you've done to make everybody happy and acquiesces and is very like kind about it, which is what makes it the good ending. Because in the original, she definitely reacts like Monica, and then Monica steps in and overrides it and triggers the ending. This Sayori decides to say goodbye, and as you'll notice, as the credits are scrolling past, Monica's not deleting the images.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So this is like the completed ending.
Yes. This is the real end, the full ending.
Yeah.
It's not the ending that you're meant to get the first time.
Yeah, it's really hard to do.
Yeah. Well, it's not that hard, and it's possible, but you have to know exactly where you have to save and stop. Most people, if they're going through a game and getting like all the possible endings, they complete it first.
Yeah.
Like you have to intentionally, prematurely restart the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of art trees on this. I remember like when we were first playing through and we chose Yuri right off the bat. That was kind of just like, I don't remember the exact decision making. I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of, yeah, long hair, go for it.
It was because she liked fantasy.
Oh, that's right.
That's why. That's why we picked her, because she likes fantasy.
Yeah, that was the only reason. And then from there, it kind of like went down a path. But like honestly, like now that I know that we should have done like what we should have done to begin with, just kind of, you know, making them all best girl. I kind of regret that decision because in my mind, dating sims. Because before this game, I never really played dating sims.
Well, the way that you play most dating sims is definitely you pick one and you go for them. But we didn't realize that this wasn't like a true dating sim.
Yeah, because like the game is very much at the forefront of its sort of like subgenre.
Yeah.
Like it's something that's like, wait, deletes it.
I mean, it's still like it has to in order for you to like redo the game.
Oh, okay.
So, the other difference that there is between the endings is this. At the end of the original game, it gives us a letter from Monica. At the end of this one, it gives us a letter from Dan Salvato.
Okay. So is it being scripted right now? I mean, is it timed? Essentially, I'm asking.
No, you can read it.
To the social player who achieved...
Special. Can you not read his handwriting?
Nah. Yeah. To the special player who achieved this special ending. For years, I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in broad, new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend. Even when life is hard on you, some games are just plain fun. And that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that is all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reasons we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoy playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato.
Ta-da! And that's the end of the game. But do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it's about it's a completionist ending, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a completion ending. It's the true ending, if you would.
Yeah. Well, it's like it kind of redefines where the game ends in terms of like what most consumers consider an end. Versus what like a game developer would consider the end of a game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like the amount of work he put into it, he wanted you to experience all paths and like make that into a meta plot that forced the character to, in order to see every portion and angle and understand the motivations behind each character.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
like, and yeah, kind of bringing that outside of the traditional like tree progression of like dating sims and bringing it into this weird loop-de-loop and pull, and the shoes look awesome.
Yeah, the shoes are looking cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he did.
Yeah.
So he did the loop-de-loop and pulled. Yeah, but that's Doki Doki Literature Club. That took far longer than we had anticipated it, and that was my fault because I didn't pre-record anything.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. But
yeah.
I really enjoy the game, and for those of you guys out there who probably haven't seen our series on it, it was really fun, and even re-experiencing it is just something that like I think that I need to do, because when you're releasing it, I got up to episode I think 15. I was keeping up with you, but then after that I got my job, and then I had so many things other happen, and I had trouble keeping up, and then I kind of sporadically watched a few here and there. Yeah. But I will admit, after like episode 17, I kind of stopped.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Alan, I haven't watched any of our episodes either, but that's because I'm the one that made them.
Yeah.
So I watched them as I made them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I always found that kind of interesting, though, the editing process. I was the same way with a couple other things I edited, and it's always like, yeah, I did one watch through, but that was it. I didn't watch it for fun. At that point, I would just like get it out the door.
Yep, get it off my plate, pretty much. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for hanging with us through this entire journey. We really appreciate it, which is why we came back and actually did the real ending.
Yeah, it's something that we very much wanted to see, especially after like all the hardships and stuff that we went through and like the emotions we felt. I definitely think that revisiting it and finding a more satisfying conclusion to the story was very much worth it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But if there's any other games that you guys want to see us play, any other games that you want to see us voice act or anything like that, definitely pop it in the comments. We really appreciate hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it then. They can't see you nod. I mean, they might be able to hear the chair squeaking.